Okay, I think we can start. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining this webinar or this second series of webinars. Today we will continue what we started Wednesday. The objective is to showcase the success of FFplus innovation studies sub-projects and their impact. Firstly, let me make a short reminder about FFplus and the objectives of FFplus for people who didn't know the project. So FFplus is the successor of the Fortissimo series of programs, and it's a European initiative dedicated to boosting the competitiveness of SMEs and startups by accelerating their adoption of high-performance computing and artificial intelligence. The project provides access to supercomputing resources, empowering business to solve complex challenges through advanced modeling, data analytics, and generative AI innovation. So we have normally today two presentations. I hope the second presenter will join. So in these two presentations, we will explore how high-performance computing and AI are being harnessed to solve complex challenges across very different fields. So we will start with our guest speaker. So I point out that you can ask your questions after each session or after each presentation. So the first presentation will be made by Panagiotis Papadimitroulas from BIOEMTECH. He will demonstrate how HPC-enabled AI is transforming medical imaging and dosimetry. He will share insights from the Fortissimo use case they developed, demonstrating how supercomputing can improve the precision of healthcare diagnostics. Panagiotis is an associate professor at the University of Thessaloniki, PhD in medical physics, and specialized in Monte Carlo simulation and AI precision medicine. He has led multiple international research and development projects, including 2 Fortissimo studies. Please, Panagiotis, you can start to share your presentation.
Thank you, Shamir, for the introduction. Oops. Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes.
In full. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for the introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. So today I'm going to showcase our BIOEMTECH use cases under the Fortissimo project and how we used HPC for AI models on medical imaging and dosimetry. First of all, a few words about BIOEMTECH. BIOEMTECH is a Greek SME in the field of biotechnology, and we have 3 main axes of activities. First of all, we design and construct preclinical imaging devices for studying radiopharmaceuticals. Secondly, we have a preclinical CRO that provides services for radiopharma industry. And the third axe is that we have a computational team that develops tools, digital tools based on AI and Monte Carlo simulations for optimizing imaging and dosimetry protocols. These are the 3 products that we already have in the market, the Beta-I, the Gamma-I, and the Phi-I, for studying different types of radiopharmaceuticals in preclinical level. So we get images of the biodistribution of the radiopharmaceutical in animals. Secondly, the services that we provide in preclinical level includes in vitro tests, radiochemistry controls, animal models. We have our own facilities for hosting small animals, mice and rats, and we perform also imaging and ex vivo analysis. And in the software department, we have extensive expertise on Monte Carlo simulations, on artificial intelligence techniques for generative AI, explainable AI, and for developing decision support systems for clinicians, expertise on medical image processing and analysis, and we have a population of anthropomorphic and animal computational models that we use on our simulations. In Dosimetry, we had the problem that annually in biomedical research, in drug development research, more than 100 million animals are sacrificed. So with imaging and dosimetry prediction tools, we can reduce this this number by over 80%, and to speed up the assessment of the drug delivery studies. Monte Carlo simulations provide the ground truth for dosimetry, but they are very time consuming and they are not used in daily routine. Currently, the dosimetry assessment is based on rough estimations on softwares that approximate the absorbed dose of the radiopharmaceuticals, but they are not very accurate. And also anatomical variations of the animals are very important in order to get accurate results for the appropriate drug discovery. So the goal of this innovation study was to utilize the ground truth of Monte Carlo simulations with generative AI and high-performance computing resources in order to develop a novel prediction tool for 3D dosimetry prediction based on the 2D images of the radiopharmaceuticals. So our approach was divided in 4 main steps. Initially, we needed to collect and harmonize our imaging data. So during the study, we performed experiments in order to get 3D SPECT images, computed tomography images, and 2D images. And we also used our database that we had in the company from previous imaging studies. Then we needed HPC in order to perform Monte Carlo simulations using the SPECT-CT data in order to extract the 3D dose maps. So this was very intensive in terms of computational resources. Then, having the 3D dose maps, we had pairs of 2D planar images and 3D dose maps, and we could train a Gen AI model in order to generate 3D dose maps from images. And finally, we applied explainable AI methods in order to enhance the robustness and trustworthiness of the model. Schematically, this is the concept of Dosimetry, the Delta I. It is the software that will be embedded in our products, in the eyes products. So we used HPC both for Monte Carlo simulations and for the training of the Gen AI model. A more simple scheme for the methodology is shown here, where we have initially our dataset, the SPECT-CT. Then, after processing this data, we perform the simulations and we extract from there the 3D dose maps. Then we use the pairs of the images, the 2D image and the 3D dose maps, in order to train our Gen AI model and to predict our synthetic 3D dose map. So this software aims to be integrated in our imaging devices. What kind of algorithms we used in this study? We used a 3D CGAN. It was the Vox to Vox. So the idea was from one image, the 2D image, which was converted in a 3D matrix, to predict the 3D dose map. The dataset was around 1,000 pairs of images, and we split them in training, validation, and test set. We augmented these data in order to enhance our training dataset, and we used several metrics in order to measure our performance. In the end, we used outlier detection in order to have real-time quality control of the data. The HPC access that we granted was through the Euro HPC JU access under the call AI and data intensive applications, and we were granted 50,000 node hours on the Leonardo booster. And as I mentioned, we used them both for simulating data and for training the models. What were the main achievements? First of all, we managed to create a large database having both 3D imaging data, 2D imaging data, and 3D dose maps. This database can be used for other applications. We developed the first Gen AI-based model for predicting 3D dose maps and integrated XI methods and quality control mechanisms. With this, we managed to reduce the animal use, which was one of the main goals of this project. And we performed several dissemination activities in order to increase the international visibility. And of course, we managed to strengthen our collaboration with the rest of the partners. This is the tool, just an example. The input is this 2D image, and the ground truth from the Monte Carlo simulations gives the absorbed doses per voxel, and the prediction after the training on the HPC is the last image where we got the dosimetry from the image. It was very important for us to disseminate the results as much as possible. So we had several through different dissemination routes, through invited talks, international conferences. We had one publication in conference proceedings, and also we showcased this innovation study in an industrial exhibition. In terms of the impact in our company, it was quite huge, as we managed to have a beta version of the Delta I, the software tool that could predict the 3D dosimetry and provide to the end users not only the image of the radiopharmaceutical, but also the dosimetry. Also, it enhanced our portfolio in terms of providing services, as we can provide to our customers, to our pharma companies, dosimetry results. And also we enhanced our collaborations, and we submitted several EU funding proposals based on this methodology. Also, it is very important that we expect a return of investment because with faster simulations, we managed to reduce the product development cycle. And also here, I want to mention that the company from Poland, Aletheia, who was responsible for the explainable AI methods in this project, they established their platform and tested it on a real healthcare use case. And also the Greek national NCC, the GRNet, managed through this project to exploit their HPC expertise in industrial sector. Beyond the industrial impact, there is also a socioeconomic impact in European level. It can be mentioned in several bullets. First of all, it accelerates the EU radiopharma industry in terms of having faster results in drug development research. Also, through this project, two companies, two SMEs, BIOEMTECH and Aletheia, increased their portfolio and they increased their competitiveness in worldwide market. Also, we managed to utilize Euro HPC and to use the HPC resources in order to have very fast results that could, if we perform these activities in our own company in-house, we would need more than 1 year, and now in less than 5 months we performed the simulations and the models. And also through this project, the XI techniques were developed and they can be used to other industrial sectors, which is very important. And also we managed to increase the impact in terms of ethics, as this software aligns with the 3 R's principles, which is very important for preclinical studies: they replace, reduce, and refine. And finally, it improves the citizen's life, as this dosimetry approach can be performed in clinical practice and could be used towards personalized medicine. The next steps of this project is to generalize our tool, because in this study we performed the proof of concept in one radioisotope, in one radiopharmaceutical, the indium-111, and we want to include more radiopharmaceuticals in order to be applicable for a variety of studies. And the next step is to integrate this Dosimetry Gen AI tool into our imaging devices. For Aletheia, the Polish company, it is the next step is to continue and test their XI methods in using also outlier detection models in other healthcare and industrial AI applications with several end users like AI developers, regulators, and biomedical SMEs. Here, before closing, I would like also to mention another use case with the use of HPC, the PediDos dosimetry tool that we developed through Fortissimo, again, the previous call, the FF4 Euro HPC. And there the goal was similar in clinical level. where we aim to develop a decision support system for pediatric dosimetry. And here we didn't use generative AI, but the goal was to use only Monte Carlo simulations and to predict dosimetry based on the anatomical characteristics of each patient. So to have a personalized dosimetry approach for children. Again, we used Monte Carlo simulations and machine learning techniques for prediction models, not Gen AI. And here we had, again, all the tools. We needed HPC resources in order to perform these demanding computational tasks. And this was the software GUI that was developed as output, and as a proof of concept, we embedded it, integrated it in a clinical PACS system that is installed in 80% of the hospitals here in Greece. And we tested it with the company in order to have a clinical feedback. So having all this BIOEMTECH journey started through the FF4 Euro HPC, and but we evolved the use of HPC in our experimentation to routine operations in the company. Nowadays, we use HPC in the company for a variety of domains, Monte Carlo simulations, prediction models based on machine learning, explainable AI and generative AI, and also to develop synthetic data generation. And we had in all this journey the partnership and the support of the the Greek National Competence Center, and we actively participated in the calls of the Euro HPC JU for access on HPC. Here, I would like to thank, of course, the Euro HPC, the Leonardo in Sineca, and also the FFplus project. And you have here my contact details and also the website of the company, and these are our collaborators on these use cases for BIOEMTECH. Thank you, and if there are any questions, I'm pleased to answer.
Thank you, Panagiotis, for this nice presentation. We have time for some questions. And now I will give you